Hello ladies! Today I want to talk to you about one of my personal favorite holsters, the Ava. So this is the Ava right here, and I will admit that the first time I saw a holster of this design, I was like, oh my gosh, it's huge! There's no way that's comfortable. But I realized that that big back piece serves some purposes, and they all have to do with comfort. So one of the things that it does is it takes the pressure of the gun. So rather than a little small area that's really pokey on your body, it takes that area and spreads it out. So it's a nice smooth contour against your skin. It also helps as a support point for the gun. So rather than having one attachment point on a heavier gun, it helps spread out the weight of it, and the clips, go on your belt, and it makes it sit a lot more comfortably on your body rather than tipping around and moving on you. It also has this awesome suede on the back, so it's really soft against your skin, and they are very flexible, so that's comfortable as well. One other thing that really stood out to me when I initially saw this holster style was how big the back pieces were. And I get where they were going with that because all of the benefits that I just told you about apply to that as well, but they weren't designed for women. So whenever we designed our Ava, one of the things that we did was take the concept and make it a lot smaller. So rather than a huge back piece that we're working with, it's a very small back piece in relation to the gun, and it works really well with our bodies. The Ava is one of my favorites, and it's because it's so comfortable. I've got one on right now. It's sitting behind my hip, and the way that this works is you position the clips based on where you want to carry. So right now I've got mine behind my hip, and what I would do is move this clip right here down to the bottom hole so that it tipped the whole holster forward just a little bit whenever I had it on, and that way when I went to draw, it was a more natural movement rather than having to reach so far around. Or if I'm going to carry up here, and I have a tip about that, but if I'm going to carry up front, I leave the clips where they're level, and that way it keeps the gun lined up with my torso so that it's not tipped forward and you're doing the lovely chicken wing. You want to avoid the chicken wing. But one cool thing about being a woman is there's a little channel right here. It's on the inside of your hip bone and on the outside of the curve of your tummy. There's a great little indentation, and that's the perfect place to conceal carry a gun. So you line up the gun with that little indentation right there, and you also have the drape of your blouse coming down off of the curve of your bust line to help cover it up. So it is a really awesome place to conceal carry. But if you're wanting to carry on your waistband, the Ava is definitely one of my very favorite ways to go.